You catch your first gator, you're with your dad, you take a picture with it, and did you know at that point, all right, this is gonna be my jam?
Oh yeah,
Really?
immediately.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be on TV.
Well, I just knew I was gonna be gator hunting. You know what I mean? I knew that gator hunting was my passion.
Wow.
It's so intense, and there's so much stuff going on, and there's so many parts of the puzzle that have to come together to make it happen.
What are the sizes we're talking here? Like, so what was that first gator you caught?
It was 11.9, but still to this day, the biggest head of any gator I've ever killed. Even the 13-footer, the head was still bigger on that 11.9.
Wow. And so you said you killed them. Do you kill them all, or do you release them? What do you do?
Yeah, you have to kill them all.
Really? Why? Why is that?
They're just overpopulated.
Invasive, essentially.
Kinda.
Okay. Interesting. Ashley Deadeye Jones from the Swamp People from Mississippi here at the Lake of the Ozarks. What the hell are you doing here?
Fishing?
So I gotta know. So obviously you're here with Heather Smith, and we came out with Jason Smith with Smith's Fishing Adventures, and Bound Hat Company put all of this together. For those of our audience that don't know Swamp People, don't know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I've been on Swamp People for 6 years now. I did 6 seasons on Swamp People hunting gators, and then I did a season on Serpent Invasion where I hunted pythons, and then I did another season, a series called Swamp Mysteries.
Wow. And what channel is that on?
History Channel.
History Channel. So the first introduction that I had to you, which was Kelly telling me you're going to be here, and then I go and stalk you a bit, and I see a bunch of pictures of you holding snakes that are bigger than most humans and gators that are just ginormous. And then I meet you, and you're just this, like petite woman. What in the hell? Like, how in the hell does this happen? How do you get into this?
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, I mean, how does somebody get into that? How did one day you wake up and say, I want to go wrestle a gator?
Well, I've been trying to wrestle a gator forever, as long as I can remember. But in Mississippi, we have a really tough draw. And one year they did a draw where it was first come, first serve. So basically whoever had the fastest internet. And I was able to get a gator tag that year, and went out with my dad, who had been diagnosed with dementia before that, and like 5 days before I found this out. And so me and my dad go out there and we hunt a monster gator. We actually even, in Mississippi you have to hunt them and catch them with rod and reel. So you got to snag them on a rod and reel. And we got it snagged into him, and then we got the boat over there to it, and he was so heavy and big, and we thought it was a stump. So we actually tried getting the hook off. Finally,
so
the boat just starts
sitting there.
moving.
He doesn't move. He's like, yeah, try to get
Well, he
me.
started moving after he realized something was going on. So he just starts moving, just walking. Maybe he didn't realize it, but he just starts walking along the bottom of the river, and all of a sudden the boat just starts moving, and I was like, oh my God, what do we have here? We get him pulled up to the side, and he had been under for so long that when he came up, it was like, he exhaled, and it was like a growl. It was the craziest thing. It looked like a dinosaur, like on Jurassic Park.
Wow. And that was your first experience?
That was the first one.
And that was how long ago?
That was 8 years ago.
So you're telling me that you didn't like grow up doing this.
No.
And you end up on a show. How did that happen?
Just being a good shot, that's what the show needed. We needed to be able to get up to the gators, well, be able to stay back away from the gators and get a good enough shot on them so that they wouldn't go down. So it's just helped us really get big gators. Wow.
Okay, so for those of us in Missouri we don't have gators, you already mentioned you snag them. So is there some kind of, like, how do you find them in the first place? I mean, because we do that with paddlefish or spoonbill here in Missouri.
Well, in Mississippi at night, you can shine lights and you'll see their red eyes. In Louisiana, you fish them. So you hang out a line and bait overnight.
Wow. Wow. Okay, and so you catch your first gator, you're with your dad, you take a picture with it, And did you know at that point, all right, this is going to be my jam?
Oh yeah,
Really?
immediately.
Really?
Oh yeah.
I'm going to be on TV.
Well, I just knew I was going to be gator hunting. You know what I mean? I knew that gator hunting was my passion.
Wow.
It's so intense, and there's so much stuff going on, and there's so many parts to the puzzle that have to come together to make it happen.
What are the sizes we're talking here? Like, so what was that first gator you caught?
It was 11.9, but still to this day, the biggest head of any gator I've ever killed. Even the 13-footer, the head was still bigger on that 11.9.
Wow. And so you said you killed them. Do you kill them all, or do you release them? What do you do?
Yeah, you have to kill them all.
Really? Why? Why is that?
They're just overpopulated.
Invasive, essentially.
Kinda.
Okay. Interesting. Specifically in Mississippi, is that a state thing, or is that pretty much everywhere?
Well, they're local to Mississippi and to Louisiana too, but they're local there, and they're just overpopulated, so they have to be controlled.
That's amazing. And so what then got you onto swamp people? Like, how does that happen?
Well, I got a picture laying across that big 11'9" gator. And
Laying across it.
yeah, just laying across the back of it, and still had plenty of room. Me and you both could have fit on there.
Wow.
And I had a shirt on that said Proud Hunter, and somebody from the show saw it, and they were like, hey, do you want to come interview and be on the show? I was like, sure.
Really? And
Yeah.
so I'm going to speak from complete ignorance. I've never watched this show. So does it still air?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. And so what can I expect if I tune in and watch it?
A lot of gator hunting.
Yeah?
Yeah, and a lot of different ways. There's a lot of different teams. Everybody has their own little spice they bring to it.
So you've got the gators, but there's also lots of pictures of you with some big ass snakes. Are those like pythons? What are we
Yeah,
talking?
Burmese pythons.
Really? And you're hunting for them too?
Yeah, down in the Everglades.
Really?
Yeah.
To eradicate, to get rid of them, to
Yes.
kill them as well?
Yeah.
Why is that?
Now they're invasive,
Okay.
and they are just completely overgrown down there. It's crazy. We didn't
Really?
see any wildlife down in the Everglades. Like, you know, where I'm from, or you're from,
because
I've seen
they're
deer
taking them
everywhere around
out.
here.
They're taking them out.
Yep.
You see this in the background here, so Heather's
Yeah,
bringing them
fish
in.
on.
Fish on. All right, so what outside of gator and python, you fish for anything else, or
I
hunt
fish for
anything else?
everything. Yeah,
Okay.
bass fish. We have a reservoir that runs back behind our house, and I do a lot of hand grabbing for catfish. Some people call it noodling. I do a lot of bow fishing. So I catch fish a lot of different ways, but I think hand grabbing is probably my favorite. This
Really?
is a new way for me to catch them.
Catch them with a rod and reel?
Yeah.
Noodling. That's badass.
Yeah.
I mean, you're like, explain that.
Stick
Explain
in
that to
your
somebody who
hand.
doesn't know.
Okay, so we have a wooden box in Mississippi. You can put all natural structures in the water. So they got a hole in them, and the female will go in there and lay eggs and get out of the box, and the male will come in there and guard the eggs, and the female will come and go and stay in there too. So there could be 2 or 3 in this box, but you just reach your hand in there, and since they're being so defensive, they're trying to bite you. And when they do bite you, you just stick your hand all the way down in there back to the gills, grab it, pull it out to the end of the box, and then you just want to reach your hand back under the backside of the gills and pull it to your body and hug it essentially on the way up.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
And what's the biggest fish you've ever noodled? Hand grabbed.
53 pounds.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You gotta be strong as fuck.
This year was only a 30-pound one.
Only. That's a
Yeah.
big fish.
Yeah, it was 36 pounds.
You're sticking your hand deep into their throat, basically. That's how you catch it.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's badass. You're badass.
Thank
That's what
you.
are. All right, so now, well, actually, let me ask you this first. So, what does the future look like? So, what do you aspire to do? Does this swamp people just go on in perpetuity? Like, how does all this work? What are your goals? What are you gonna do?
Yeah, swamp people go on forever. And I also have my own endeavors. My husband's an attorney, so we have a law firm in Mississippi. We do personal injury law and NFL concussion litigation.
Oh wow.
So I'm pretty busy with that, and you know, I just hope for success on, you know, for everybody on the show, especially myself. But I think that show will be going on for as long as people will watch it.
Yeah, yeah. And so, what is retirement look like if that show, or you just decide I'm done with that? What do you do? I mean, I assume you're going to stay in the outdoors trade, if you will.
Well, in a sense, really, I'm living like I'm retired now. That's what I do.
And don't we all want to do that? We all want to do that.
Yeah, I'm fishing whatever's in season and hunting whatever's in season. So I stay pretty busy.
And you're a mom.
Around. And I got 3 kids.
You got 3 kids. That's amazing. Okay, so this is your first time in Missouri?
This is my first time.
And tell us what you think.
I love it.
So we're at the Lake of the Ozarks, as you know.
I went to St. Louis.
You drove up, right?
I did drive up, but I went to St. Louis as a kid.
Okay.
We went and saw the ark.
That doesn't really count.
Yeah.
This is a different part of Missouri.
This was chosen as an adult. This was my decision.
I mean, I'm obviously biased to St. Louis because St. Louis is my home, but the Lake of the Ozarks is God's country, something you're probably more familiar with.
I was telling Kelly, as much as I want to have a fish house down in Louisiana, this is definitely somewhere I would consider.
A fish house, as in like a second home?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you call it in Mississippi?
Well, I don't know. It just would be my fish house.
I like it. Well, but now you've experienced, so we're up here at like the 60-something mile marker. So we are, if you're not familiar with the lake, if you haven't watched this channel before, shame on you. You already know this is a massive lake. The main channel is 90 miles. There's more shoreline than the state of California. The arms can go 15, 20 miles. Massive lake. You've experienced the part of the lake that gets all of the media attention. The big boats, big money, flashy, women in bikinis, people getting drunk, all that kind of stuff. This is actually more of the lake. So from now that you've experienced both, which side do you like better?
This side for sure.
Yeah, I can imagine you were going to say that.
Yeah.
But we're going back to that side later today to get on a $3 million boat.
Nice. I can't wait.
So what do you think about this fishing? This is different. You've never done this before. What do you think about it?
Yeah, it's fun.
Be honest. What do you like better, noodling, or do you like catching them on a rod and reel?
Noodling.
Of course, yeah.
But this is fun. It's just relaxing.
Yeah,
Noodling's
you
a
both
little
said
more
that.
hands-on, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're in the water.
Yeah.
So you know exactly where you put that box. How do you know when there's a fish in there?
You don't. You just got to go in there.
You just go in there, stick your hand in, and see if it attacks you.
Yes.
That's fucked up. That's nuts. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do that. That's crazy.
You got to try it once.
I don't know if you're going to get me to Mississippi. We'll see. We'll see. You came to Missouri.
We can do it really anywhere.
I guess you could.
Y'all
I'm
got
sure they noodle
catfish
here.
here?
Oh, that's what we're catching, right?
Yep.
I don't know if they noodle here. We'll have to ask Jason.
Yeah.
I imagine they do.
I don't know because it's so deep here that I don't know.
Yeah, but there's plenty of rivers. There's plenty of opportunity.
Yeah.
There's plenty of shallows and all that kind of thing. So if you had to quit, let me say it a different way. If you could only hunt fish for one thing for the rest of your life, one species, and that's it. It's all you can do for the rest of your life. Which one would you choose?
Turkey hunting.
Threw that one. That was a curveball. Okay, how about in the water?
Oh.
You got to choose gator, you got to choose python, you got to choose any species of fish. What are you choosing?
Hand grabbing catfish.
Hand grabbing catfish. You're fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Good for you. That's awesome. So last question. You gonna come back to the Ozarks?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm already planning my next trip.
I love it. Actually, last question. How'd you get your nickname?
Being a good shot.
Deadeye.
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 Yep.
And so when you say shot, what are we shooting?
Anything. Everything. Long barrel rifles, shotguns, all of it.
You are a badass woman, aren't you?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I think there's a lot of Missourians that are going to be looking at this and saying,
I
need to go follow her.
Yeah, go follow
Fuck this
me.
Jeff guy. I want to go follow her.
Oh, follow us both.
You know what we got to do is we got to keep you mic'd up and have you reel in one of these fish like Heather is right now.
All right.
How about we do that? Fuck. Oh damn, and she's mic'd. See, it is good luck.
Go.
I don't know how good he was, but I about couldn't get another rod holder.
Oh boy, that's a good sign.
Man, she's just look at how easy. Ashley, come on, make it look like it's hard.
Get the net. Good? Okay, we get the net.
You get the net. I'm just playing.
I believe she's just playing with you.
Show him.
This is a good fish right here, though. Seriously, he's giving me a good fight.
Good fish. I want you to go underneath this. Go that way.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh.
There we go.
That's what I'm talking about.
I want you to take it back about the microphone.
Okay, I'll take it
Hold the
back.
rod for 1 second.
I stand
Yeah, we do that.
corrected.
Nice work. And it's on camera. It's going to be on the interwebs.
Okay, good.
Good work.
Woo!
You got proof of it, huh?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
You're not just doing it for the gram.
No,
That's nothing compared to something you noodle, though.
not if you.
That's
noodle
still
30
fun
days.
rod and reel catch all day. If you can feel it right here, that's a fun fish to catch.
Ooh, look
You're
at
like-
that. What do you think?
Digging in.
20-ish?
18-ish. It's slot fish.
Y'all's catfish here are pretty.
Oh,
You
so
hear
pretty,
me?
Ain't they? Look
I'll kiss that catfish. I
Oh,
wouldn't
here we
kiss
go.
mine at home.
All right.
how blue they are.
Look at that. Good job, Ash.
Hey, fish right there. Reel on that rod. Start cranking.
All right, here we go.
Keep cranking. Oh yeah.
It's called the microphone luck.
That one flip you.
You call it
Yep.
beginners, I
The
call it
microphone.
microphone luck.
All right, back to this fish. We'll let that hang out for a second. We'll get this one. Here's your fish. Just don't let him get you with the pokey. Got him?
All right, hold on, let me get it.
I want everybody to see how white.
I got it.
You got it.
Gotcha. I'm coming in.
I want everybody to see how white this catfish is. That is nothing like in Mississippi. Just even the coloration of this catfish is so pretty. They're so clean here. Y'all got clean water.
Yeah, we got
Ours is
pretty
real muddy
clean
in
water.
Mississippi.
Wait, say that again for the Lake of the Ozarks haters.
That's a clean fish. This must be some clean water. Y'all got some really pretty water here.
Take that, Table Rock.